turtle. Ally has been slain. Ally has been slain. Enemy killing spree. Enemy rampage. Enemy double kill. You have been slain. Enemy dominated. Enemy godlike. You have been slain. Enemy killing. The enemy has slain the enemy rampage. An ally has been slain.
Hey guys, this is Betosky, and as per request, many of you guys been asking me to make a video on how to increase your chance of winning when you have bad teammates. And many of you guys been leaving me comments that you always get the bad teammates. Here I have the perfect example on what I normally do when I encounter not so experienced players and how do I approach this situation. Even though I made a video that I talk about the top 5 tips on how to become a better player, and if you are interested, I will put the link in the description. This game will truly show you how effective those tips are. So as you saw in the intro, my teammate just kept feeding the enemy team. Gusion will end up super fed from the early game, and at one point we were down 12 to 30. So first of all, if you probably noticed, my team composition is really bad, and this often happens because you don't have very experienced players. So basically, you want some crowd control heroes in your team, a good tank hero, and some heroes that can do damage early game. Probably I will make a more in-depth video about this in the future. So we also had first pick, but we decided not to pick Harley, one of the most OP hero in this meta, even though I requested it. I tried to gank early game, but my allies were not really following up. So after a couple of failed ganks, and I saw how my teammates were feeding, I already got a good idea of the situation I was in, so I decided to switch strategy. Now my main focus is trying not to fall off too much in the farming game and trying to keep up with the enemy's farm. This way, at the very least, I will be able to kill some heroes that are out of position. I will be honest though, it's really hard not to get a bit tilted when you see your teammates just keep feeding the enemy team, and that somehow will also affect your own gameplay. But at the end, if you manage to carry them, make a comeback and win the game, the satisfaction that you get is quite unparalleled. Also let me know in the comment section, what do you usually do when your team is falling way behind? In my previous video, I mentioned that you are not the only one who always get the bad teammates. What about the opposite team? So by analyzing the level skill of all players, I will say I have 3 not very good players in my team, while the enemy team only has 1, which is Layla. So I will try to use that knowledge to my advantage. Here you might think I should be with the team and fight with them, but look at the gold income difference. There's no way we are coming on top in a team fight. One very important tip that I'm going to give you: if you are falling way behind, you should stop doing team fights. Simple math: if your team has less farm than the enemy team, then most likely you are going to lose in team fights. The best way to overcome this situation is by playing passive. Just farm and defend until the enemy decide to push or take the Lord. Those are the moments that you can use to turn around the game. So at this point, my teammates were probably flaming me and trash talking. I don't really know. I just saw the surrender button. I have developed this habit of rarely paying attention to the chat once the game starts. My eyes are way too preoccupied, looking at the map, at the time, and what is happening in the main screen. Which is why I never waste any time trash talking my teammates, because it's just pointless and counterproductive. Here it may seem like I'm giving up and just letting the enemies push, but if you pay attention to the details, I just got 1k gold just from pushing bot and killing Layla. That's a lot of gold. And I knew I would not be able to defend mid turret anyway, since my whole team just died. Some of you guys keep telling me to stop ulting the tank. Well, he's the only one out of position, so it's better to harass them than just leave them at full HP. So next time they try to engage in a team fight, they won't be at full HP. And remember, Harley's ult cooldown is very low, so don't be afraid to use it to poke the enemies. Yes, even the tanks. Guys, remember, in the late game, even one mistake can turn everything around. So try your best to defend till the late game and wait till the enemy commit a mistake.
Down! Mega kill! An ally
Your
has
team
slain
destroyed
Gord.
a turret! Initiate retreat! Request backup! Request backup! Request backup! Initiate retreat! Request backup! Initiate retreat! Unstoppable! Launch attack! Your team destroyed a turret! Launch attack! Initiate retreat! Launch attack! An enemy has been slain! Enemy destroyed a turret. Shut down. Your team destroyed a turret. Shut down.
Sword just wasn't.
Launch attack. Launch attack. Your team destroyed a turret. Your team destroyed a turret.
Ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Initiate retreat.
GG, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, subscribe and follow. I will see you in my next video.